Hi. This is Finn. Right, bub? We were sitting here having a conversation about the hurt that's about to come to all of us. I know my opinion really doesn't mean anything. Who the hell am I? I'm what you call a blue dot in a red state, which is about as useful as what they call tits on a boar. Nothing I say or do makes a difference. Do you know what I mean? Right now, Democratic base is very upset. And I get that. I do. We all feel a little let down. Truth is, that budget was voted on already by a very slim Republican majority. They didn't need Democrat votes for that. And furthermore, the only ones who were pulling any kind of a protest were Senate Democrats, because those in the House weren't called in to go to work. Everybody in the House has been on paid vacation thanks to the Speaker of the House, who is a Republican, right? I'm worried that the left is going to put its ire in the wrong place. It was Republicans that did this. It was Republicans who did not have legal authority to withhold food stamps, and they did it anyway. It was Republicans who voted for this budget that will take away health care from millions and millions of people. And it will probably devastate the whole thing. Those big conglomerates are going to want to fund their, I don't know, CEO hedge fund bonuses somehow. So, those of you who get it through your employer, you're wealthy enough, you're well off enough, I don't know what, man. You're in the prime position in the world that everything's free for you. It won't be for much longer. They are coming for SNAP benefits anyway. I have a feeling they're going to run some sort of, we're going to shift it to the state's narrative, much like FEMA. Public education. They don't want to pay for that, you see. The Republican Party, they don't want to pay for any of that. Social Security, I don't know. If I were you, I'd be worried. Or not. I mean, why should we be worried when we can be angry? We all hate each other, don't we? We just hate each other. Folks on the right would prefer if I just stopped breathing. If my kids didn't exist, my parents didn't exist, my in-laws didn't exist. If we just didn't exist, they'd prefer that. Blue states hate us and red states. Somebody like me, I'm a little bent over Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, but there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm one of those in the red state who didn't fight hard enough, scream loud enough, debate well enough, I guess. I didn't inform those around me hard enough. I didn't reach across the aisle enough. Okay. The truth is, rural states aren't just low information voters, they're limited information voters. There's been a very well-funded campaign to keep them that way, to buy up the airwaves, to ensure there isn't broadband access out there. Mail-in voting, we don't do that. Right? We don't want to do that. Certainly don't want to inform our populace about the bills. My oldest lives in a blue state, and he was telling me how his house gets mailed a big pamphlet or catalog full of, detailing every bill that they're about to go vote on and the dates, and also here's your ballot, and Make it very easy and make it and inform the populace. And he asked me, he said, they don't do that. God, no, why would they do that? They're not going to spend money on that. They have to give kickbacks to oil and gas. That's why the Republican government exists. Is to make sure the wealthy get wealthier. And then the wealthy ensure that we all just stay angry and, seeing, red, for a lack of a different word, just out of rage, right? Always pointing fingers and staying divided, and that's true. And telling lies about all of us all the time to make sure that everybody stays racist and, judgmental and fearful of, I don't know, the way people dress and who they love. The wealthy are never shamed for their gluttony, ever, or their sloth. They don't pay income taxes because they don't work for a living. Do you understand that? They don't have wages like the rest of us. They make all their money through exploiting you and me, and kickbacks and tax breaks and subsidies from our pocket. About tomorrow, I don't think it's going to open. I'm not a, clairvoyant. I can't see the future. But I will tell you, the GOP does not want it open. Why? They don't want it open. This whole shutdown has been 2 birds, 1 stone for them. They can strip the social safety net and also keep information under wraps. If the government opens up, they can't do either of those 2 things quite as efficiently if they've been able to do up until now. Anyway, what does any of this mean? Why even bother? I don't know. My opinion doesn't mean a whole lot at all. I don't know. I'm very worried for people who already have so very little. Shame on the GOP and every elected Republican and all of you people who voted for this. You voted for this. I refuse to be misdirected. I know who is responsible, and I will hold them accountable until my last breath. Funny thing, my husband's grandfather was an FDR Depression era farmer. He was farming through the 80s. That man went to his deathbed referring to Reagan as a cocksucker. It was the only swear word he ever said. And there was only one man he ever referred to it as, or, sorry. Anyway. Tomorrow is another day. I'll see you on the other side.